Imagine if you are told that now the bike can run not only on the road but also in the air. What will be your reaction? Sounds like a science fiction movie, right? But it has now become a reality. Presenting Volonaut Airbike. It looks like a modern sports bike, but the flying system installed in it gives it the power to rise in the air. In the test ride, both its look and movement feel different. No more noise, no more fuss, just a smooth and controlled flight. The question is, how much speed can this bike reach? How long can it stay in the air? And can it be used for everyday riding or not? Is it really safe, or is it just a showpiece technology? And how will this flying bike change the future of travel in the coming times? And why is this technology being discussed in China as well? And what is the price of this bike? So, before moving ahead in the video, subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such videos. Once upon a time in our childhood, we saw bikes that fly in the air in cartoons, movies, or video games, and we used to think, I wish this could happen in reality. At that time, all this seemed like just a dream or a science fiction story. But technology has proved that if the thinking is big, then any dream can become a reality. The idea of flying bike actually came from the same old desire of humans, to reach their destination directly, without any obstruction, avoiding traffic. As the use of drone technology, electric motors, and light but strong materials increased in the world, engineers and innovators started thinking, why not make something by combining the flight of drones and riding a bike? With this thought, many companies started working on flying vehicles, but most of the projects were either very expensive or remained just a showpiece. Volonaut Airbike is a result of this effort, in which the look of a modern bike and the flying technology of drones have been combined in a very smart way. The people and companies behind this project are already working in the aviation and electric vehicle industry. Their aim was to make a machine that not only flies in the air, but also looks attractive to people. That is, it appeals to bike enthusiasts as well as technology lovers. Its developers actually did a lot of tests before making it. Like, how will the balance be maintained? How will it be controlled in the air? And how will the bike land safely in case of an emergency? This idea is not just inspired by movies, but is also a part of the transport system of the future. Imagine, where today we go to office by car or bike, tomorrow there can be such flying bikes that take us straight through the air, without stopping at signals and without getting stuck in traffic. Such projects are being worked on in many countries, but what makes Volonaut Airbike special is its size, its look, and its technology, which puts it ahead in the race of personal flying vehicles. Technology and flying system. If you see the Volonaut Airbike for the first time, from a distance it will look like a modern and slightly futuristic sports bike. But as soon as you go near it, you will know that it has something that is not there in any ordinary bike. Large rotors fitted below and on its sides. These rotors are its real power, which lift it from the ground and take it into the air. Now the question arises, how do these rotors work? Actually, they are based on the same technology that we see in drones, but its size and power are much bigger and advanced. To run each rotor, it has high-power electric motors, which respond immediately and keep the bike balanced in the air. Its motors are brushless electric motors, which are not only fast, but can work for a long time without overheating. These motors take power directly from the battery, and a special flight control system is installed to control the power. This system, along with sensors, gyroscopes, and GPS, continuously monitors the position, height, and speed of the bike. That means, if there is a gust of wind or you turn suddenly, this control system immediately adjusts the speed of the motors and prevents the bike from falling or wobbling. Now, let's talk about the battery setup, which is the heart of this whole system. Volonaut Airbike has a high-capacity lithium-ion battery pack, which gives the bike the power to fly in the air for a good amount of time once fully charged. The placement of the battery has also been done thoughtfully so that the center of gravity of the bike remains balanced and control is easy while flying. An advanced BMS, battery management system, is also installed with the battery, which keeps checking the temperature and power level of each cell so that there is no problem like overheating or power failure. This bike is very smart in terms of flight control technology. It has an auto-stabilization mode, which means that even if you let go of the handle or lose balance for a while, the bike will still keep itself straight. It also has an altitude hold feature, which keeps the bike flying at the same level once the height is set, so that you do not have to constantly adjust the throttle. Additionally, it has a GPS-based navigation system that helps you fly on a preset route. Another interesting feature is its emergency landing system. If the battery suddenly gets low or a motor malfunctions, the bike can land itself at the nearest safe place based on its sensor data. Although this feature is hopefully never used, it is very important from a safety point of view. The flying system of the Volonaut Airbike is like you have made a powerful drone the size of a bike and made it so smart that it can fly a human anywhere safely. The rotors provide lift, the motors provide power, the battery provides energy, and the flight control technology keeps everything balanced and smooth. These four things together make it a real flying bike, which not only looks amazing, but is also far ahead in terms of technology. Performance, speed, and range. If we talk about the performance of Volonaut Airbike, then its biggest highlight comes first, its flying speed in the air. According to the company, this bike can reach a speed of about 102 km/h in a controlled and safe mode, which is quite good for any ultralight flying machine. Some media reports and test videos have also claimed that it can go up to 200 km/h in special conditions, but that is not for practical, everyday use, but in demo and test conditions. In fact, keeping in mind the safety and balance of the pilot, its operating speed is kept between 100 to 110 km/h, so that neither control is difficult nor there is too much load on the battery. Now let's come to the flight time. The battery of Volonaut Airbike gives about 10 minutes of continuous flight once fully charged. It may sound less, but if you think about it, 10 minutes of travel in the air can easily take you 15 to 20 km/h, and even up to 40 km if you are on high-speed mode. Currently, this machine is designed for personal short trips and demo rides, i.e., not for long journeys. As the battery technology improves, its flight time will also gradually increase. In terms of charging, it can be fully charged in about 2 hours with a fast charger, while normal charging takes 4 to 5 hours. This means that you can prepare it for flight several times a day, provided you have a charging point available. As far as ground mode is concerned, the Volonaut Airbike is not designed to be driven on the road at the moment. It is completely a flying machine. If it has to be taken on the ground, a trailer or support vehicle will be required. Some people may think of it as an electric bike in ground mode, but the company has not officially included any such feature yet. Talking about control, its handling while flying in the air feels like a large and powerful drone, but the pilot gets control of throttle, height, and direction through the handlebar. The sensors and flight control system installed in it constantly adjust the speed and balance, so that the ride remains smooth, even in shocks or strong gusts of wind. In terms of performance, Volonaut Airbike is currently a compact but powerful option for personal flight and adventure ride. Its speed is enough to give you the fun of adventure and safety. The flight time is enough to enable you to complete short journeys, and the charging time is enough to use it several times a day. Yes, it is not yet ready for everyday transport like a car or bike, but it definitely gives a glimpse of what personal flying machines will be like in the future. Design and look. If we talk about the design and look of Volonaut Airbike, then it will surprise you at first glance. From a distance, it looks like a modern sports bike, but as you go closer, you will understand that there is a different story in it. Where a normal bike has wheels, this machine has large rotors, which work to lift it in the air. Its design is a mix of sports bike and drone technology. On top, it has a slim and aerodynamic body, so that there is minimum resistance while flying in the air, and on the bottom, its frame is so strong that it can easily handle the weight of the pilot and the battery. Talking about its size, it is neither too big nor too small. It is designed in such a way that a person can sit comfortably and control it, but at the same time, it can maintain balance in the air. Talking about weight, its frame is made of carbon fiber and light but strong aluminum, so that the total weight is less and more power is not required for flight. The color scheme and finishing give it a premium and futuristic look that any tech lover would love at first glance. Now, coming to the test ride experience, which is the most exciting part of this machine. As soon as the pilot sits in it and turns on the controls, the first thing that is heard is a slight noise of the rotors, which gradually gets louder. This sound does not sound like a helicopter, but like a powerful drone. Loud, but not too ear-splitting. When the bike lifts off the ground, for a moment it feels like your stomach has become light. But after a few seconds, the flight control system stabilizes you and you start floating smoothly in the air. In terms of control, this bike gives complete command to the pilot through the handlebar. You adjust the height and speed with the throttle, and can change direction with a slight turn. The flight control system is smart enough to instantly balance slight gusts of wind or sudden movements, keeping the flight smooth. Yes, if the wind is very strong, then the pilot has to be a little cautious, because it can be a little difficult to keep the bike stable in heavy gusts. The most important thing for the pilot is attention and focus. While flying, you should have a complete idea of your surroundings, because there are no traffic lights or road lanes here, but your own visual judgment decides your path. Also, it is important to keep an eye on the battery indicator, because this bike gives a flight of about 10 minutes, and you have to decide on landing in time. Another interesting thing is that as the pilot learns to control the bike, his confidence increases, and then there is a different fun in looking around while staying stable a few meters above the air. Many people who have done test rides have said that this experience is a perfect combination between riding a bike and flying a drone. The only difference is that here, you yourself are sitting inside that drone. The design of the Volonaut Airbike makes it a futuristic showstopper for the onlookers, and its test ride experience gives a thrill to the riders that is difficult to fully describe in words. Price and market availability. If we talk about the price of Volonaut Airbike and its presence in the market, then first of all, you have to understand that this is not a common bike that you can buy by going to the showroom. This is a high-tech flying machine, and by hearing its price, you will get an idea that at present, it is only available to those people who have a lot of money and a passion for technology. The company has kept its starting price at around 8.8 lakh US dollars, which is equivalent to about 7 to 8 crores in Indian rupees. Now the question arises that what is there in it that makes it so expensive? The biggest reason is the advanced technology used in it. Its entire frame is made of carbon fiber and aircraft-grade aluminum, which makes it very light but extremely strong. The entire machine weighs about 30 kilograms, that is, many times lighter than an ordinary bike. To make it so light, The company has used 3D printed parts, micro-turbine engine, and special stabilization system, which helps you maintain balance in the air. Above all, the flight control computer, GPS, and many types of sensors installed in it make it not just a flying bike, but like a mini aircraft. The second reason is its limited production. The company is not making it on a large scale, but prepares each unit according to the special order. This means that it takes a lot of time and effort to make a bike, and this increases its price further. Now let's talk about the process of buying it. If you want to buy Volonaut Airbike, then first of all, you have to pre-order by visiting the company's website. For this, a non-refundable reservation fee of $2,000 has to be paid first. After this, you have to pay a deposit of $80,000, which is refundable until you make the final payment. The remaining approximately $788,000 will have to be paid at the time of delivery. That means a total of $880,000 will be spent from your pocket, which also includes a basic training session along with the bike, so that you can ride it safely. Talking about market availability, currently this machine will be available only in select countries, where the use of personal flying vehicles is allowed. Markets like America, Japan, some European countries, and UAE are the first targets for this. But even here, it is not so easy to buy and fly it, because you may have to get a permit or special license from the aviation authority there. The company is trying to put it in the ultralight category so that it can be flown in some countries even without a pilot license, but this will not be applicable everywhere. Now, if we look from the point of view of a common man, then at present, this bike is like a dream. Its price is so high that only billionaire businessmen, tech collectors, or rich adventure lovers will be able to buy it. Apart from this, you will also need a proper charging setup, storage space, and facilities like hangar so that you can keep it safe. Also, pilot training is also necessary because this is not a scooter that you can take on the road without learning. Interestingly, since its launch and demo flights, it is being discussed a lot all over the world. On social media, people are calling it the real version of Star Wars speeder bike. Some people are seeing it as the future of transport to come, while many people believe that at present it is just a high-end showpiece technology. Talking about the future, the company says that as the battery and production technology becomes cheaper and faster, its price may also decrease. But decreasing does not mean that it will be available for 2-3 lakhs. Rather, it will still be in crores, just maybe a little less than today. So Volonaut Airbike is currently an ultra-luxury gadget, which only a select few can buy. For the general public, it is just a dream right now. But yes, this dream is proof that in the coming times, personal flying machines will not be limited to movies only. It is possible that in the next 10-15 years, such machines will become a little cheaper and come within the reach of the common people. But today, it is one of the most exclusive and expensive toys in the world. If we talk about the safety features of Volonaut Airbike, then the company has designed it not only to make it exciting, but also for safe flight. First of all, it has an auto-stabilization system. This system runs on many types of sensors and flight control software, which automatically keeps the bike balanced in the air. This means that if you lose balance while flying or a strong gust of wind comes, this system instantly straightens the bike by adjusting the speed and angle of the motors. This makes flying a little easier and safer even for new pilots. Apart from this, it also has an emergency landing system. If for some reason the battery suddenly gets low, a motor fails, or there is a problem in the control system, then this feature automatically finds the nearest safe place and lands the bike. The advantage of this is that instead of panicking, the pilot just has to let the system do its work. Another important feature is the backup power system. It has a secondary power source that can keep the bike in the air for a few minutes in case of a failure, so that you can land safely. This is just like airplanes have backup engine systems, that is, an extra safety shield. Now let's talk about its use in everyday life. If it is regulated properly and a permit is obtained for public use, then Volonaut Airbike can be useful in many ways. In cities, especially where there is a lot of traffic, it can be an excellent transport option. Imagine, instead of getting stuck in traffic jams for hours on the road to go to office, you land directly at your destination through the air. Its use in tourism can also be very fun. Taking a ride on it in a hill station, beach, or nature park will be a different experience for tourists. It will not only be exciting, but they will also get to see beautiful views from above. Its role can be even more important in special missions. For example, the police can use it in a chase operation, so that the target can be reached quickly by avoiding traffic or road restrictions. It can also be a game changer for medical supplies. Suppose a place is difficult to reach by road, then this bike can deliver medicines, blood units, or medical kits there in a few minutes. Although at present its price and flight time do not make it practical for everyday use, but as battery technology and production cost improve, its use can increase. It is possible that in the coming 10 to 15 years, we may see air bikes as delivery services, air taxis, and personal transport. Volonaut Airbike has good safety measures, and if it is introduced on a large scale in the future, it will not only provide the fun of adventure but can also become a part of our daily life. We just have to wait a little for that for now. Challenges and limitations. If we talk about the challenges and limitations of Volonaut Airbike along with its features, then the truth is that this machine is as exciting as it is limited in some cases. The first and biggest challenge is its noise. Since it has systems like high-power rotors and microturbine, its noise is quite loud while flying. It is not as loud as a helicopter, but it feels equal to or even more than a large drone. This means that if it is used in the city, people may have trouble with the noise, especially in residential areas. The second challenge is the charging time. Although it has a fast charging system, it can still take 2 to 4 hours to fully charge it. In comparison, the flight time is only about 10 minutes, so you will have to take a long charging break after every short ride. If you are planning to ride it on a daily basis, then frequent charging can be a bit annoying. The third, and perhaps the most important challenge, is battery limitation. Currently, its battery only gives about 10 minutes of flight. This time is fine for adventure or short distances, but not at all enough for long-distance travel. Without improving battery technology, it is difficult to keep it in the air for a long time. Apart from this, the weight of the battery is also a limitation. If you have to install a bigger battery to give more power, then the weight will increase, which will affect the performance. The fourth challenge comes from air traffic regulation. Since it is a flying machine, it is not possible to fly it everywhere without permission. Every country has its own air traffic rules, and in many places, personal flying vehicles are allowed to fly only under strict regulations. Meaning, even if you have this bike, it is not necessary that you can fly it anywhere and any time, as per your wish. You will have to take permission from the aviation authority there and fly it only on a fixed route or at a fixed height. Apart from this, its maintenance is also a challenge. Parts and servicing of such an advanced machine will not be easy or cheap. You will need a special technical team and place to maintain it, which is not practical for a common man. Finally, the price is also its biggest limitation in a way. Only a few rich enthusiasts will be able to use a machine worth crores of rupees. Until its production increases and the cost is reduced, it will remain out of the reach of common people. So overall, Volonaut Airbike is a great and futuristic machine, but challenges like noise, battery life, charging time, strict air traffic rules, and expensive maintenance make it difficult for everyday use at the moment. If a solution to these challenges is found in the future, then it may really become a part of our transport system. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such amazing and informative videos.